What if the next few minutes could completely change how your brain works for the rest of your life? This isn't about motivation, it's about brain training, discipline, and building a strong mind using the exact principles popularized by David Goggins. In this video, we're breaking down simple, practical ways to build self-discipline, emotional intelligence, and a winning attitude so you can stop depending on motivation and start creating real, consistent life transformation through habits that actually stick. Why most people never achieve success. Most people think they lack motivation. That's not the real problem. The real problem is they've trained their brain to avoid discomfort. Every time you delay work, scroll instead of focusing, or quit when things feel hard, you're reinforcing a pattern. Your brain learns, this is how we operate. And over time, this becomes your default identity. This is why people struggle with self-improvement. Not because they don't know what to do, but because their brain is wired to choose comfort over effort. What David Goggins emphasizes is simple. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your training. So if your training is weak, your results will be weak. The 10-minute mind shift, the core of brain training. Here's where things change. You don't need hours of effort to start. You need a shift in how you respond to discomfort. For the next 10 minutes, instead of avoiding something hard, you do it. Not later. Not after preparation. Now. This could be studying, exercising, finishing a task, or even sitting with your thoughts without distraction. This is the first step of brain training because in those few minutes, you're doing something most people don't. You're overriding your default behavior, and that's how self-discipline begins. The rule: don't negotiate with your mind. Your mind will try to negotiate. It will say, start tomorrow. Take a break. You deserve rest. This is normal. Everyone experiences this. The difference is how you respond. People who fail listen to that voice. People who build a strong mind ignore it. David Goggins calls this taking control of your mind instead of being controlled by it. So the rule is simple. When you decide to do something, you do it. No debate. This builds a winning attitude over time. Step 1. Build micro-discipline daily. You don't start with extreme changes. You start small, but you stay consistent. Pick one simple action that you will do every day without fail. It could be reading 10 pages, working for 20 minutes without distraction, waking up at the same time daily. The key is not intensity, it's consistency, because habits are formed through repetition, not motivation. Once your brain sees that you follow through daily, it starts trusting your decisions. This is how self-discipline grows naturally. Step 2. Use discomfort as training. Most people run away from discomfort, but discomfort is where growth happens. Instead of avoiding it, start seeing it as training. When something feels hard, that's your signal, not to stop, but to continue. This builds mental strength faster than anything else. Over time, your tolerance increases. Things that once felt difficult become normal. That's how you build a strong mind. Step 3. The accountability mirror, a reality check. One of the most practical ideas from David Goggins is facing reality. No excuses, no lying to yourself. At the end of the day, ask, did I do what I said I would do? If the answer is no, accept it. No overthinking. No justification. This builds emotional intelligence because you learn to observe your behavior without avoiding the truth. And once you see reality clearly, improvement becomes easier. Step 4. Stop chasing motivation. Motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll feel like working. Most days, you won't. If your system depends on motivation, it will fail. Instead, rely on structure. You decide what needs to be done, and you do it regardless of how you feel. This is the shift from motivation to discipline, and this is where real success begins. Step 5. Stack winning habits. One habit won't change your life, but multiple small habits combined will. Start with one. Once it becomes automatic, add another. This is called stacking. Over time, your entire routine changes. You wake up better, work better, and think better. This leads to life transformation without overwhelming yourself. Step 6. Build emotional control. Your emotions will fluctuate. Some days you'll feel low, distracted, or unmotivated. That's normal. But what matters is how you respond. Instead of reacting instantly, pause. Ask yourself, What should I do right now? Not, what do I feel like doing? This small shift builds emotional intelligence and control is what leads to consistency. Step 7. Develop a winning identity. At some point, this stops being about actions. It becomes about identity. You're not someone trying to be disciplined. You're someone who is disciplined. You're not trying to improve. You're someone who improves daily. This identity shift is powerful because once your brain accepts this identity, your actions start aligning automatically. This is how long-term self-improvement works. The truth about achieving success. There's no secret formula, no shortcut, no perfect system. What works is simple, but not easy. Consistent effort, facing discomfort, doing what you said you would do. That's it. But very few people stick to this, which is why very few people achieve real success. In the next few minutes after this video ends, you have a choice. You can go back to your usual routine, or you can start. Pick one thing. Do it without hesitation, no planning, no delay, just action. Because the goal is not to feel motivated. The goal is to train your brain. And once your brain is trained, everything changes. If this video gave you something practical that you can actually use in your daily life, hit like so more people can find it. And if you want simple, real strategies on discipline, habits, and self-improvement without the fluff, subscribe to Simple Ways of Life. More importantly, don't just watch this. Use the next 10 minutes. That's where the real change starts.